Hello everybody, this is David Peterson and welcome back to my channel. Yes, as the title of the video says, this video is going to be all about how to contour and highlight your face the right way. So if you want to learn, keep on watching. I know I might be looking a little chalky on my face right now, a little pale. That's because I'm only wearing foundation and concealer, because I didn't want to use contour, I didn't want to use blush or highlighter, because I want to show you guys how to do it, how I do it. So yeah, that's probably why I look this pale. Anyway, first golden rule about contour and how to get a good contour is to know what contour actually is. There is a major difference between bronzing and contouring your face. Okay, I wouldn't say major, but there is a difference. Bronzer is used mainly to give your face, you know, nice warm look, but contour on the other hand is to give your face structure. It's to you know, shape in and contour the focal features of your face, that is your cheekbones, your nose, your forehead and your jawline. So every person has a different face size and shape, so following a YouTube makeup artist or an Instagram makeup guru and following how they do their contour is not going to help you do your contour, because everyone has a different face shape. And I think following your own steps and learning how to contour on your own according to your face shape and type, I think that's what's going to help you. So I'm going to give you a few tips and tricks how to contour your face for yourself, for your face shape. And yeah, just keep on watching. Alright, so I've moved in closer to the camera for you guys. I've zoomed in a little because I want to show you a crisp and clear portrait of how I'm going to be contouring my face. Alright, so the key element in contour is start off very minimal and then keep increasing as you go. Alright, so the first thing about contouring your face is to know your cheekbones. Some people might just start from the earlobe and go right down. No, that's not how you do it. The entire thing about contour is to lift your cheekbones. Basically, you're lifting your entire face, you're slimming it down, opting for that elevated look. So you're gonna start off by touching your face. This is a trick that I always do. Sometimes I don't want to get my contour wrong, so I tend to touch my face, and you can feel your cheekbone over here. So the thing to do is your contour needs to go exactly under that cheekbone. Alright, and when I mean exactly under, I mean exactly under. So because when you contour exactly under the cheekbone, you're going to give it an illusion that your cheekbone's lifted, that you have really high cheekbones, and your face is going to look super structured. Alright, so I'm going to start off and showing you how to do it. So for today I'm going to be using the LA Colors contour palette. I'm going to dip in very lightly with my brush onto the palette. And first I'm going to start by just feeling my cheekbone with the brush, and I'm just going to stipple it in. Alright, so now you can see that I've made the indent. Now what I'm going to do is, the trick about elevating your cheekbones is to push your contour upwards. I've spoken about this multiple times in my videos to my friends as well. When you move your contour upwards as you blend, it's going to give your face that elevated look. It's going to make it look even more elevated. So you're going to start like this and you're going to push it upwards. So now I know that my contour is exactly below my cheekbone, so I'm just going to go into that. And you're going to just blend out with the little contour that you've already put on. So you can already see, looking at this side of my face, looking at this side, this has depth already. You can see that there's an overcast, there's a shadow. Pin a little more. Dust off the excess as always, and I'm going to continue in the same direction. As you can see, I'm pushing the contour upwards. I'm blending and I'm pushing it upwards. That is going to give you a natural elevated look. So now that I have my contour in place, I can see that the shadow is pretty dark, and I'm confident with that's what I want to go. I'm going to start blending that shadow outwards into the lower part of my face as well. So in that, I'm just going to use up and downward strokes like this. And that's when the suction motion comes into play. So now that you know that your contour is set and perfect to go, you can suck in your cheeks and you can just go in upward and up and downward motion. You can see a major difference, right, between this side of my face looks pretty bland and this side looks elevated. So by doing it in the upward stroke, that's when you get that entire shadowy cast, that your cheekbone is elevated, I'm a person, I don't have high cheekbones. My face is pretty, I look like a potato, but then, you know, contour saves me most of the time. So you're basically drawing yourself cheekbones that you never had. I wish it was that easy. So I'm pretty satisfied with one cheek. I'm going to move on to the other side. I'm going to follow the same steps. So as you can see, you have your contour on both sides. Your face looking seamless, looking super structured. Now your face looks alive. So moving on to the next part of contour. I don't contour my forehead mostly. If you do have a broad forehead, you can do this. I sometimes skip this out on most days. But if you are insecure and you want to give that, you know, a little, you want to conceal a little of that, go in with your contour and go very light-handedly with this. So you're basically just gonna bronze out the inner corners of your forehead to give it that shadow. And if you're a person who has a very slim and oval face, and if your forehead is pretty broad, I would suggest that you go all in, including to the center part of your forehead as well, because if you're only going to do this part and leave that out, that's going to stand out. So you're going to have to contour that side as well. But if you are a person who has a very small forehead and you just want that super snatched look, I would suggest go in right only on the temp. It gives you that very contoured, snatched face. Moving on to the chin as well. So this is something that I don't do at all, but since it's a video and since I'm showing you how to do it, if you're a person who has, I have a double chin, honestly, everyone has a double chin. You can only see it once I bend my neck, but I do have a sharp jawline, but when I do this, you can't see my double chin, alright? So if you have a double chin, you want to conceal that, or if you just want to give your jawline an extra, you know, sharp feature, start on the lower part of your jawline, not right on top, on the lower part of it. Just gonna bronze that up a little. Come right to your chin and stop right there. Alright, the last and foremost part of this video is to contour your nose. So some people have a perfectly aligned nose, and as you can see, I do not. I have had surgery for my nose in the past. I had a polyp on my nose that had to be removed. So ever since, my nose has been a little big, and you can see there is a small dent. So for me, contouring my nose can get a little difficult, but if you have a very snatched or very slim nose, you know the drill. Just go in directly onto the corner of your nose. But if your nose is problematic, if your nose is a little bulky and big like mine, the trick about contouring your nose is to not give it shape, but just give it some warmth. Alright, so I'm going to go in with a smaller tapered brush, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tap on the edges of my nose very lightly. I'm not going to give it any structure. I'm just going to tap and give it some warmth so it looks like it is a little contoured. I'm going to follow the same thing the other side as well. As you can see, I'm not shaping, I'm just touching the contour and I'm just pressing the powder into my nose. That's it. Because if I go, the further I go in, the more elevated this thing is, the bump is going to look. So now my face looks just snatched, my nose looks pretty evened out, it looks much smaller than it actually was, and I'm going to spread it out by doing this. Right, there you go. Now your face looks super bronzed, super elevated, you look so much more alive. The next thing, favorite part of my makeup routine, has to be my highlighter. Alright, so the trick about highlighting your face is to know where exactly to highlight your face. Alright, so for today I'm going to be using the sample of the MAC's Soft and Gentle highlighter. Alright, so while highlighting your face, you're going to highlight the focal points, that is your upper cheekbones, the bridge of your nose, above your eyebrows, below the eyebrow bone, and your chin. A lot of people don't do the chin, but I personally like highlighting the chin. I just feel that it gives you a more natural, dewy look. But even if you are a matte person, if you like matte makeup, you don't want to look too shiny, trust me, highlighting the chin will not make you look oily. It will actually give you that very sultry look at your cheekbones. So you're gonna basically draw in an angled V, alright? So you're gonna start from here, from your cheekbone, and go into your brow bone. So basically drawing a V like that. Alright, I'm sure everyone knows about this, I'm just telling you. Yeah, so I like to start with my cheeks. A lot of people go under the cheekbone and then they go right into the temples, but I like to start with my cheekbone and go into my eyebrow bone. I just feel like it looks more snatched. I don't know. Another trick about highlighter that I follow religiously is to not start off with too much, is to start with little and keep pressing and blending as it goes. Blend and press. So you're gonna start off by dabbing a little. Alright. So you're basically drawing an outline who this highlighter is blinding. So you're basically gonna start by drawing an outline of where you want your highlighter to be and then go fully fledged into that. So now that I've got it under my brow bone, into the temple of my face and like that, I think my highlighter, the outline for my highlighter is perfect. You can see the inverted V. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to press in the powder with the brush itself. So now that I've done, I'm going to blend it out a little and I'm going to press in the powder. So if you're using a highlighter that has a lot of glitter on it, I personally don't like highlighters with glitter, like with too much of glitter. So if you're using a highlighter with a lot of glitter, this step is going to help you. So when you press in the product, it's going to look more snatched, it's going to look more airbrushed. As you can see, it does look better than it was when I first put it. By pressing it, you're going to press in the product and making sure that the product stays into your skin and not on top of your skin. So by pressing it, it's going to blend into your skin really well and it's going to melt into your skin. So now it doesn't look like it's on the face, it looks like it's coming from within. It is such a natural glow. You can see this is bomb. Blend and press technique, your highlighter is going to look seamless. So you're blending and then you're pressing. Whoa, would you look at that? Now when it comes to highlighting the trick is to not go all the way right down. It's a start. I'm taking a smaller brush for this. It's a start with the bend in the bridge of your nose. With your bridge of your nose begins, there's a small dip there. So just start by putting your highlight onto that place first and bring it down and stop at the center of the bridge. Alright? Don't go all the way down, just stop there. And then on the tip of your nose, very little, you don't want to look like Rudolph. So as you can see, now this has given your nose that, just right there, it's like a focal point, makes your nose look so much, gives your nose so much more depth and makes it look more sharper. Super snatched, huh? You can start by going from the inner corner of your eyebrow and just blending it upward into your forehead. Right, so now the main place that I love using my highlighter on, that this is going to change up everything. This is going to change up your life. Alright, so a lot of you might be doing this already, but if you're not, you have to start. Take very little on your brush. Use a taper, use a slimmer brush. I would recommend. My brushes are in the other room, I can't go back now. So you're going to go into the corner of your eye, alright, and this is just going to make your eyes pop. Your entire face is going to look completely different after doing this. So what you're going to do is go into right at the corner of your eyes and just dabble some highlight over there. It makes such a drastic difference. You can already see it looks more glamorous. It looks, you're glowing, man. Snatched. It's got that wet, sultry look going on. Oh, oof. I think it's crime to have highlighters as blinding. Now that we're done with the highlighter, going back to bronzer. For a lot of people who are beginners with makeup and are not very sure of how to contour their face correctly, I still make mistakes when I contour my face, alright? So as you can see, it's pretty uneven, so I always follow up with this. So you're gonna take your baked powder or any powder if you don't want to have like a cake face. If you have any other powder, it's fine. Banana powder is what I recommend, but if you don't have banana powder in your contour palette, or if you don't have it separately, you can use any loose powder. So you're basically going to draw a line below your contour and you're going to set that. So you're going to dab it in below from where your contour began. You're basically going to draw a line and you're going to blend that. So if you're a person who doesn't like to bake their face, you can always use this method. I rarely bake my face. So when I don't, this is what I do. I just set the contour in place. So by doing this, you're highlighting the bottom part of your face, and so it's just your cheekbones that stand out. So from afar, your contour looks even, it looks sharp, it looks neat, it looks super sharp. If you cut somebody, annoyed with someone, and you want to cut that person, just have a sharp contour, baby. That's all you need. Don't forget to always do this. The reason I take time and I do this after my highlighter is because I give the contour some time to blend into my skin and take its shape. So now my face looks super snatched, right? So it looks even, the contour looks smooth. So alright guys, that is it for this video. This is how you contour and highlight your face the right way. Points to contour and highlight is to know your cheekbone, to contour exactly below your cheekbone, and to highlight above your cheekbone, and not forget the forehead, the nose, and the jawline. And to start off with very little and then build as you go. And the key to a perfect highlighter is blend and press, which I personally love and I personally follow. So you blend and then you press your highlight in to give it that natural, or even if you want blinding, the natural blinding highlight look. Alright, so that's it guys. I hope you liked this video. I hope this was informative. I hope you enjoyed it. So I'll see you on the next video as well. Until then, you guys take care. Love you all. God bless.